I want to go to a bar and take a biker's clothes and his Peugeot. I get on this bike, I want to go in a bar and beat the hell out of someone. Views on it are crappy. I'm going to tell you right now, bikes are the king of the class. This is it. This is the cruiser bike. I mean, I told him I make motorcycle videos. He goes, that's dope. I said, no, I wasn't smoking dope. I make motorcycle videos. He goes, that's so dope doesn't mean you're smoking. That just means that's super cool. This bike is dope. Don't trust anyone on YouTube, including myself. Use your brain that God gave you and your senses. Talk to people outside of YouTube. Go to dealers. Talk to the dealers. Ride the bikes. Ride the bike. Harley dealers love to let customers ride motorcycles. Okay, this is iconic. Changed my jacket. Look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, different seat. To me, this is like 80%. 80% of this bike, maybe from here, not counting the floorboards, back, is essentially, oh, you sit a little higher on this bike. Let's turn her on. Controls are identical. This is the same instrumentation cluster, except rather than being up here on the breakout, it's down here, which is, I cannot see when I'm blogging. I would maybe have to get to a chest mount for when I blog. Let's do a cold start. This bike is very new. 2 miles on it. Let's get the RPMs. Trip A, Trip B, 0. Range 134 miles. I think that's what it. Time. RPMs. Okay, we're in RPMs and we're in road mode. I'm going to leave it in road mode. Very light compared to a road glide. I love Harley. They're made for big guys. The bars I would like up higher, I think. The Cantum. It appears the brake's working. I'm going to tip this down so you can see the instrumentation. So I definitely have to turn to see the speed with this camera mounted. This camera is mounted up very high. I think this bike steers better than the breakout. At least in the parking lot it does. You have this big nacelle, freight train nacelle on this bike. Definitely the tire is not sticking out in front. Oh my God, I think this bike handles much. Ooh, stiff on the shifter. It's very firm, stiff shifter on both the breakout and the Fat Boy. So I'm on a 2025 Harley Davidson Fat Boy 117 engine, 104 horsepower. Just got off the breakout. Love the floorboards. Oh yeah, love the floorboards. Love the floorboards. I feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I put on my black Harley Davidson leather jacket. I want your clothes and your bike. I want your clothes and this bike. Okay, right off the bat, for me, I like the Fat Boy better. I think it turns better. Please, I'd wish comment on it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, I like the Fat Boy better. I think it turns better. I think it turns better than the breakout. Oh yeah, I think it turns a lot better than the breakout does. Oh yeah, I like the Fat Boy. I wish that, I don't know about the bars. At first I thought they're too low for me, and I don't like that ram horn tilt down bars like on the old road glide. The horns, but they aren't bad. Definitely have to figure out a different camera mount for blogging. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this bike is dandy. I think it only has a 25-degree lean angle on turns. Oh yeah, she's awesome. Brakes are brand new, tires are brand new. Oh, I think she turns great. pulling. I think this bike turns much nicer. Much nicer. Oh my God, she's light. So let's do a walkout round. Iconic sums it up. So this is a Fat Boy 1990. In my Gray Ghost video, I did a rundown on the history of the Fat Boy. I won't do it again. Big thing this year is a 117 engine, 104 horsepower, I think 120 foot-pounds of torque, 3 different ride modes, rain, street, sport. The engine is oil-cooled, the heads are. It is not water-cooled like the Road Glide and Street Glide. 2-into-2 exhaust, smaller front tire. I think the front tire rim is 18 inches, but I think it's a 160 front tire. The rear is a 240 identical. The big thing on the Fat Boy is it named after the atomic bomb that were dropped on Japan in World War II. Harley Davidson says no. The iconic rings, solid turned aluminum wheels on the 1990 version. They've cut holes in these rims to maybe to let some wind through, because it was rumored that they were brutal to ride in the wind, and I ride at Swindy in Buffalo, Western New York. Single disc brake up front, single in the rear. Does not stop as quickly as a Street Glide or Road Glide with twin front brakes, but it does have enough stopping power. Big, they say these are beer can on the front shocks to dress them up. The big freight train light on it is a signature. I think the light itself is the same as a Breakout. All LED lights, more than enough power. Let's pull the camera out. I want to ride it. The seat is is higher than the Breakout. I was surprised by that. I heard that. I was a little surprised by it. It definitely is higher, and you do feel it, but it is nice. The bike feels very light, especially if you're used to a Road Glide or Street Glide. Very light bike. I'm on a gravel surface here. I want to take it easy. Hope I don't lose my camera. Let these cars go by. Not my day for traffic. Definitely feeling some heat in my butt. Okay, nice turning. I'm gonna put her in sport mode. She's in sport mode. See, I can't see the speedometer with these glasses. It's 55 here. I wouldn't touch these engines on these bikes. I don't even know if I put an exhaust on them. The exhausts are perfect on it. I wonder if I could rotate these bars up. The bike came out in 1990. Then it was in Terminator 2 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. There's a robot in that movie. If any of you have not seen it, which I can't believe, he's a robot. Goes into a bar, robot with no clothes on, but human tissue. Goes into a bar, steals this, takes this biker's clothes and his Fat Boy, and that is probably the most famous motorcycle in movie history because it's beautifully showcased and some great chase scenes in that movie. Arnold, the stuntman, did a great job of riding the bike, and I'm on a black Road Glide. I had to wear my black leather jacket. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't wear a helmet in the movie, but I gotta wear a helmet. First impressions on the bike. Seating, I like floorboards on this better than the forward controls on the Breakout. It steers better than the Breakout. It has less of a lean angle than the Breakout. With the forward controls, I think the Breakout can go to 27, 28 degrees. This is limited at 25, and you'll scrape the boards. I do get close to that on some rides. As my riding improves, I get closer to 25 degrees. It's meant as a cruiser bike. It's not a canyon carver. Got new glasses, keep sliding down on my nose. It's not a canyon carver. It is iconic Harley Davidson. Iconic. This is the iconic Harley Davidson. The ride with the ride on the breakout is very nice. Listen to me now and hear me later. Or hear me now and listen to me later. I don't know which one it is. We'll drop her in the third. The ride is on these big tires on this bike. The ride is excellent. Excellent. And she is plenty fast enough. Plenty fast enough. The ride on these big tires is top notch. It's luxurious, frankly. It is luxurious. I'm a little taken back by how much I like this bike and how maybe I don't want a sport bike or a naked bike. I'd rather have this bike. Oh my God, I love this bike. I hope I don't go into my Harley Davidson rant. By the way, I approached Indian. I'm doing some motorcycle reviews. We'll see how that goes. What a comparison. Two American motorcycle manufacturers specializing in cruising and touring motorcycles. That would be interesting. Definitely feel the heat. The seat is definitely hard on this bike. Seat is definitely hard on this bike. It does not have hill assist on it, but it has all the safety features that I think people complain that this bike doesn't steer well, that they fight it steering. I thought that handles much better on slow speed starts than the breakout. Much better. Man, I want to go to a bar and take a biker's clothes and his Peugeot. Let's take it. This is a bumpy turn. Gravelly. Bada beep, bada boom, bada bop. Didn't lose my 360 camera. Oh my God. Put the cruise on. So, negatives. Let's get the negatives out of the way on the bike. Negative, the seat. It's definitely hard. You're definitely sitting up taller. I don't know that that's bad, but it's definitely, if you're going to ride this for longer than a half hour, you might want to get a different seat on it. The bars, I think the negative, the location, this is iconic, the location of the instrument cluster. I love the way it looks. For a blogger or even riding the bike, you have to look down at it. Where on the breakout, it's nice because it's on the bars. So that's something that I'm not too wild about. Those are the two negatives. Off the cuff. Brakes are, this bike is brand new. It stops. It's not as good as the brakes on my Road Glide, either one of my Road Glides or my other bikes, but it definitely stops. Definitely has the capability. They're good. They're not great. Okay, so the brake is the brakes are the third negative. Positive. Let's do the positives. Might go back to negative. Positive. The looks, unbelievable. Maybe the best looking Harley Davidson. The most iconic Harley Davidson. Whether you're buying a gray Ghost or you're buying this bike with color. Great motorcycle. Beautiful, just beautiful. I'm going to continue to go straight on this road. I've never went straight. So color is great. I'm sorry, looks are great. This freight train light. Oh, we got a little bit of a rougher road. I've never been on this road before. We'll cruise a little bit down this road. So looks on the bike are great. Ride. These Softails have a very nice ride. This for 50 miles an hour. Come in 6th gear. Yeah, she'll lug at highway speeds. The ride is... Cruise control is on. The ride is beautiful. The ride is absolutely beautiful. Very, let's go over a couple of these ridges in the road. You don't even feel them. Look at this is how our county patches roads with these stupid free foot. It handles that ridge. I'm going in and out of the ridge. Handles it very nice. The ride with these big tires, steamroller tires, is very good. Very good. Engine performance. This is more than enough engine for this bike, guys. Typical Harley Davidson. It's a torque monster. It's awesome. It's awesome. In my opinion, you don't need. I don't even know if I'd mess with the exhaust on it. The exhaust is great. Wind protection, little better with the light nacelle than the Breakout. Little better with this freight train light nacelle than the Breakout. Definitely, I would get a clip-on. You can get clip-on windscreens for it if you want to tour, go on better touring with it. I like the floorboards. So engine A, looks A, 10. Rider position, maybe not a 10, maybe 8. How many bikes are even an 8? It's very nice. I'd like to tilt these bars up and take it out again. What more do you want? I think it gets in the 40s with fuel mileage was excellent. I think the fuel tank is 5 gallons, not 6 gallons like the Road Glide and Street Glide. I'm deep in thought, guys. I'm interested in Softails. I'm totally impressed how well they ride. Totally impressed. This bike is just gorgeous. I'd like to take my camera off and see if I can read the speedometer without a camera. I'd have to mount the camera on my chest if I was to blog on this bike. Is this a Tim Hortons I'm entering? Tim Hortons, baby. I don't know if these are across the country. They definitely have Tim Hortons in Canada. definitely feel like you're on a cool bike. It feels like a freight train. Definitely feels like a freight train. Super cool. We'll lug it. Look at these roads, how they patch them. You know what I'd like if I had this bike? I can tell you now. So I'd want to rotate these bars up a little, and I would think I would like taller risers. I think I would go with taller risers on the bike. Oh, this bike, I'm not kidding you. So we'll get into first of all, thank American Harley Davidson, North Tonawanda, New York, Erie Avenue. Thank you, the owners, Scott and Joe, and Gio, head salesperson, and Terry, for allowing me to ride this bike and share it with you. I greatly appreciate them. Please, if you're interested in a Harley Davidson, please contact American Harley Davidson. I'm so overwhelmed with the bike I can't even think straight. So let's just talk. I get on this bike. We're working out for 2 years, well actually 7 years to ride motorcycles. 2 years into the gym, 2-hour workouts every time I go to the gym. Probably the best shape of my life, 49-inch chest, 36-inch waist, and I get on this bike, I want to go in a bar and beat the hell out of someone. yeah, I want to go in a bar and beat the hell out of someone, right? Not bikers though, I like bikers too much. And I'm a coward, right? That's rare for me to want to beat someone up, because essentially I'm a coward. No, that's not true either. Well, I guess. This bike, I'm sorry, it's oh my God, it's this bike is just awesome. The reviews on it are crappy. I'm going to tell you right now, you can't compare a Harley Davidson, maybe even an Indian, maybe even a Triumph Rocket. You cannot compare them to Japanese motorcycles, sports bike. You just can't. Maybe even BMW. These bikes are the king of the class. This is it. This is the cruiser bike. I mean, this is it's art. This is you can nitpick the bike. Would you even put heated grips on it? I wouldn't change the exhaust. I thought, wow, I don't want a great ghost, because I changed the exhaust and the air intake and so on, and I wrecked the value of the bike. I wouldn't change a thing on it. I love looking at this train horn. I wish it had a remote speedometer you could put up there. There was a workaround like that. But again, that's only a hindrance when I'm blogging, I think. Frickin' county, the way they patch these roads really pisses me off. It really pisses me off how they patch these roads. That wasn't the bike, it was a ridge in the road. The reviews on these bikes I don't think are entirely accurate, and there's some people who own them, have had many fat boys who make comments on them. It is what it is, and that's what happens when you get in a Harley Davidson. They are what they are. They can't have an expectation that they're going to be, you know, a sport bike or a sport touring bike or a sports cruiser. This is a cruising bike. It's the king of cool. I'd like to get on some Indians to compare them. It is Harley has perfected this, and they make it a little better every couple years. They change things up. It's an excellent motorcycle. So if you're looking for a cruiser, not a Canyon Carver because of the lean angle on it, a bike that's comfortable, you might have to put a seat on it. You might, probably if I had this bike, I'd put bar risers on it. I wouldn't touch the exhaust. I wouldn't touch the intake. I would maybe add a windshield from when I wanted to take it on a longer cruise hour ride with the guys. I would maybe do that. Otherwise, this motorcycle, it's iconic, maybe the best looking Harley Davidson, the essence of motorcycles that they have. Breakout might be a close second in my opinion. It is a little jittery for me in parking lots. That front wheel does grab a little bit in these potholes going slow. At speed, it rides very nice. Yeah, it does not have hill hold. That's a nice feature. Three of my motorcycles have that feature, and that I really like it. How's this leather jacket look? So I'm wearing a leather jacket. I figured we'll do that for Arnold. That's as close as I can get. Love the floorboards. Love the floor. Little jerky on my part. I love the floorboards compared to the forward controls. She's the bomb. As one kid said to me when I wore my motorcycle gear, climb gear into a grocery store after I did a shoot, I think it was for the Honda Transalp. I told him I make motorcycle videos. He goes, "That's dope." I said, "No, I don't. I wasn't smoking dope. I make motorcycle videos." He goes, "That's so dope doesn't mean you're smoking. That just means that's super cool." This bike is dope. It is dope. She is definitely dope. Man. Engine vibration, just enough so you know you're on a Harley. Not bad at all. By the way, the seat is getting more comfortable. I'm wearing my Dainese riding pants, which are a little thick, but the seat is getting more and more comfortable. This bike definitely likes to move to cool it off. Deep in thought. I just think it's amazing. Very nice. If you're looking for a cruiser, you got to look at these. So that's all I'm going to tell you. I didn't say it in some of my videos. I've been forgetting. Don't trust anyone on YouTube, including myself. Use your brain that God gave you and your senses. Talk to people outside of YouTube. Go to dealers, talk to the dealers, ride the bikes. Ride the bike. Harley dealers love to let customers ride motorcycles. Again, they don't want people kicking tires. They want buyers to ride their motorcycles. Ride them. I think you'll be thoroughly surprised. I am with this bike. I'm definitely surprised with it. You hear the engine, is it enough power? It's more than enough power. The engine is awesome. I really wonder if they'd rotate these bars for me, if I could take it out again. Well, of course they would. I can take it out again. I don't know if they want to rotate the bars. So why do you want to open a motorcycle without a fairing? I'm not looking at the ST. Again, those forward controls are a little cramped for me. It's a very nice fairing, but man, it's nowhere close to the fairing I have on my Road Glide. They're just, that fairing with the stereo is just as nice as can be. And they're great in the summer. So I'm gonna pull over here. Marauders, that's it. I highly recommend you. A lot of little things in this. If you can see them, a lot of little alerts in that. High beams here. Cruise control is there. RPM, I have it on RPM. A lot of little things on this bike to observe. Consider subscribing to my channel, liking the video, sharing it with a friend. Thank you for joining me for this ride. I'm very fortunate that dealers work with me and let me share these videos with you. If you're interested in a Harley Davidson, please contact American Harley Davidson Geo, and he'll take care of you. And thank you very much for taking your valuable time to watch the videos. Man, I feel like I'm on the coolest motorcycle in the world. No doubt about it. Coolest motorcycle in the world.